Who is better, Superman of Zack Snyder or James Gunn? Well, that's a tough one because they both bring something different to the table. But if we're talking purely in terms of box office and critical acclaim, then it's clear that James Gunn's Superman is the winner. Zack Snyder's Superman, while visually stunning and emotionally resonant, was a bit too dark and brooding for some audiences, and it was only in the last few minutes of the film that we saw a glimmer of hope in the form of a big smile from Henry Cavill. But James Gunn's Superman, on the other hand, is all about hope. The movie is practically a love letter to the character and to the fans. It's fun, it's lighthearted, and it's full of heart, and audiences have responded accordingly. Not only has it earned nearly 10 times as much as Man of Steel at the worldwide box office, but it's also been met with rave reviews from critics. In fact, it's currently sitting at a 96% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the highest of any Superman movie ever made. Even Zack Snyder's fans have praised James Gunn for making a Superman movie that is both entertaining and true to the source material. However, there are some diehard Zack Snyder fans who argue that his Superman is simply better because it is more realistic and grounded. They also point to the fact that Cavill's portrayal of Superman was more tragic because he was basically playing a modern-day Jesus Christ. But I would argue that this is exactly what's wrong with Zack Snyder's Superman. It's too sad. Superman is supposed to be a symbol of hope, not a character who's constantly suffering. James Gunn understood this, and he delivered a Superman movie that was much needed. After the darkness of Zack Snyder's films, it's important to remember that Superman is a comic book character first and foremost, and James Gunn's movie is the best example of this. It's funny, it's lighthearted, and it's full of heart. Just look at the way he incorporated Brainiac into the story. He didn't just make Brainiac a big bad evil guy, but rather he made him a complex character with his own motivations and desires. And that's what makes James Gunn's Superman so great. In conclusion, while both Zack Snyder and James Gunn have their own unique takes on Superman, I have to give the edge to James Gunn. Not only is his movie better received by audiences and critics alike, but it also feels like a true love letter to the character and the fans. So thank you, James Gunn, for reminding us all why we fell in love with Superman in the first place. Now, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Who do you think is better, Superman of Zack Snyder or James Gunn? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.